All right, listen up, you people. All right. Okay. All right. Now, on this one right here, these are special right triangles. These are questions that you're going to see that you don't really have enough information to do the trigonometry on it. But you can go through and actually find everything just by looking at it. So there is a pattern, there is a process, there is a way of doing this. And it is an exact answer every time. So in the special right triangles that I'm going to show you here, so these are the 45, 45, 90s, okay? There's two different kinds, and we're going to deal with the other type down here. But for this one right here, we're starting with this. Yeah. So if this is 45 here, all three of these together have to add up to what? 180, right? So these two by themselves are 90, right? And so the missing one has to be 45. Very good. I know, I was working my way there. So 45. Now, listen. This is for those people not paying attention right now because you're going to suck out loud on this. If the angles are the same, okay, I want you guys to try this. So in your hand, okay, if you make two angles in your hand with your fingers right here, so if they're the same size, right, do they both touch right there? So they both touch right there. So because of that, these sides right here are going to be the same length. Whenever you have same angles over here, these sides are always going to be the same. So in a 45, so the side opposite this 45 over here, I'm going to say that one is going to be I'm going to give it an N because I feel like it. So opposite the 45 would be an N, but because this one right here, opposite this 45, is going to be the same value. So the same opposite, so this over here must also be N. So I'm trying to set this up so this is going to be, pretty easy here. Now, I'm going to show you guys the reason this one comes out to be this. I'm going to show you the mathematical reason for this. So if I was finding the missing side right here, if I was finding this missing side right here, this would be the hypotenuse of this triangle, right? So I'm going to do the math to find the hypotenuse. So let's say my Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. For this one, my a and b are both n's, aren't they? Yeah. N squared plus n squared equals c squared. How many n squareds do I have?
4.
2. I have 2 of them, right? So it's going to be 2
Oh, that's 2 n squares right there.
n squared, right?
That's, wait, you wrote down 2 n squared.
Yeah, because I have 2 of them.
N squared plus n squared equals what?
2 n squareds. So it's kind of like it. Okay, remember when we did the x's yesterday? Remember when we did the x's? And I said, hey, you got x's over here and x over here. So how many x's together? So this is the same thing. So it's an n squared over here and an n squared over here. So how many do you have together now? There's 2 of them here. Does that make sense? So we have 2 of those, right? Did that make sense now or no? Maybe. Okay. So what would I do to try and get rid of this square over the c? Not division. How do you undo a square? Very good. So it's going to be square root. So c is equal to the square root of 2 times n squared. Now, mathematically, I'm going to show you a little bit of algebra trickery here. So it's going to be c is equal to the square root of n squared times the square root of 2. All I'm doing is, it's the same thing, but I'm breaking it up because these two things are being multiplied. So I could still rewrite it as the square root of n squared times square root of 2. So I could rewrite it like that. And because of that, n squared. So that's going to be any number squared. So let's pretend that's 5. If 5 squared gives me,
25.
so what would be the square root of 25?
5.
So what happened to my square there? It went away, didn't it? So if this was 6 squared, that would be 36. And then the square root of 36 is 6. So what happens to my square and square root? They cancel out. They undo themselves. So you're left with just n now, right? So my c value for this will equal to n times square root of 2. So whatever number I have here, it's the same number, but times square root of 2. So that's the reasoning behind this. All right, let's see if you guys are paying attention now. Okay, so I just heard some sarcasm. You guys want to help me with it? Who said I paid attention but I don't get it? Okay, you ready? I know. That's what I was trying to get. Okay, so you're gonna help me with this. What did I say about the two sides?
That they're equal.
Okay, so what's A?
45.
Right here.
3.
It's gonna be 3. Why?
Because the other side.
Because they're the other side same, right? Is that easy? Okay, so what would your n value be here?
Where's
In this one right here. What's your n value gonna be?
45?
Say 3. So my n value is gonna be?
Oh, 3.
And so this c is gonna be what?
3.
Say the whole thing.
3
And
times 2 squared. No, 3 squared plus 3 squared equals what?
And 2 squared.
Okay, let's try this again.
Wait, what?
Okay, I know you guys are paying attention. You ready? Okay, watch. Okay, so I'm going to show you a magic trick. What's n? 3. So what's n?
3.
So what's n?
3.
So what's n?
3.
So this over here, I would write what?
And times 3.
2 squared.
Times what?
Times square root of 3.
3 times.
2 squared.
C squared.
And times square root of 3.
3 times 2 squared.
3 times the square root of 2.
Square root of 2. Square root of 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay, squared, 2 squared is different. Square root is what we're talking about. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're saying that the c value right here has to be what?
3 times square root of 2.
Oh, 3 times.
Oh.
Wait, okay, so is it the 2 to square root of 2 because that was the first one as well?
That's what we get from my formula. I did the formula here for you.
So what exactly are we
All this right here, I did the math. And I came up that this side is n, this side is n, and mathematically, this side over here, the hypotenuse will always be whatever my n is times square root of 2.
Do we do that? Because it's even?
Because it's what type of triangle?
I mean, not even.
Right.
Right, so.
What type of triangle?
Right.
Special right triangle.
Okay, it's yellow, and it's in between my
45,
fingers.
Degree is triangle.
90
Degree.
45, 45, 90.
What?
It's right there. That's like yellow, right there.
That's a long name.
It has to equal 180.
We're losing.
That was actually pretty good right there. Okay. All right. Who's the next hater? I'm gonna call on the next hater. Who wants to hate?
Anthony.
Anthony, you ready? Okay. Anthony, can you read that number?
No.
What is that?
It's a 4.
Thank you.
6.
So that 4 from my formula would represent the
And.
The N, right?
45?
And.
n. Thank you.
That's what I said.
And
That's what he He wants to learn. Ask him.
I know you got this.
Something like that.
Hey, get ready. I'm gonna get you the next one. So that guy right there. Tell me, what is my x value going to be?
don't know what I'm doing.
I don't get it.
Four
Getting
times
so much.
square root of 2.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got it, but it's just I don't know if I'm getting it.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
Okay, in a 45, 45, 90,
Yes.
it's right there. It says 45, 45, 90.
Yes.
In a 45, 45, 90, what do I know about both sides?
They're
They're the same. So that that's 4.
The other part's 4.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Can I get a witness?
No.
Amen. Ah! Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Last part. So then it would just be 4 times the square root of 2.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. That's all you want us to do?
So, that guy, right there.
Why is
This
it
guy.
square root of 2?
No, you already know that it's just
Why is it always good?
I thought there was no name calling.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Jesus.
No, I got that, but I thought you did all that complicatedness when you could have just said.
My hypotenuse, I did the math for you. The hypotenuse is always going to be that.
Okay.
Evan,
So that's
Once
what
you
it
get to
so
N.
so we have to set it up that way for each one that we
No. Did we do it for this one? Say no.
No.
Did we do it to solve for this one?
No. Okay. Please, guys, please correct me if I am wrong.
You're wrong. Okay.
Okay, so because n was n to the second power, you had to divide.
Square root.
Yeah, the square root. That's why it's the square root of 2. Because
Yes.
it was 2n?
Yes, because right here, it was here. It was 2n in my work, and that's where that came from. Okay? Are you ready? Tell me what the y is going to be.
5.
Hey, right here. Right here. Don't steal his thunder. He's got this.
I'm stealing.
So why?
Yeah.
The one we're on right now?
Yes.
You don't multiply it by the square
Yep.
root of 2.
So what am I going to write?
So you're gonna write 4 times square
Right there.
There it is.
I know y'all teach that.
Why is it N?
I just use that for the formula.
Oh.
I just use it for a formula because if I use A, B, and C, our triangles always have A, B, and C. So that's why I don't want to confuse you with your Pythagorean Theorem or anything else.
No.
Okay, listen. I know y'all pay attention.
What is it times square?
Hush. Okay. Now, pay attention. This next one is a little bit more complicated. Let me show you why.
Oh, wait, is it?
So that's stick. It's a special.
What do these mean?
Stick.
They're what?
Stick.
They are congruent. So if those two sides are congruent, then what type of triangle is this going to be?
Right.
What type of right triangle?
Special.
40, 45, 45, 90.
There we go. Because in a 45, 45, 90, we know that the two sides are the same. But right now I'm starting off with, hey, the two sides are the same. So what does the angle have to be?
45.
45, 45, 90.
Oh.
This is not a trick question. It's not. This is super basic. Yes. Hey, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for people to stop crying. Yes, you and you. Okay, pay attention. Okay, so because these two sides are the same, it is going to be a 45, 45, 90. All right, are you ready? So please tell me what side B is going to be.
6. Wait. Oh. Oh, 6.
Listen. Class. What is C going to be?
9 times the square root of 2. Alan, be smart.
We just did, yeah.
Hey, girls, pay attention. What?
That's what I'm asking. Like, you see how it's 3 and then 3 times the square root of 2, 4, 4 times square. Like, is each one of them going to be like that? Well, you said no to that.
Yes.
Well, you said no the last time when I asked you.
I think he thought you were asking about the whole problem. Like the whole
Were you, I thought earlier you were asking if we have to do all this.
No, I'm asking if you do like
Just what we did right here.
Yes. for
That's
each-
what I meant. Each
okay,
one.
I'm-
Each one you got that.
Then I'm done. You know. I'm
Woo! Alright. Now,
You good?
That was dumb.
okay, so now this is gonna scare me.
You have to do it by yourself.
Can't you just divide the 12 by the square root of 2?
Woo. Thank you. Yes!
That was
What?
Yes! Yes!
Give her
Who
two.
said that?
Two candies.
You like three candies? Three.
Give her 3 candies.
Basically told them what to do and be accepted for both.
Now, listen. This is actually, you're always going to multiply whatever value you have over here, right? Times square root of 2. But on this one right here, we know the hypotenuse. We know the hypotenuse. And
Shush.
You missed.
You want it back?
You set this together and that was
$100. Oh, you got another one.
Right here.
Whoa.
so, I got your attention. Please. Right here, what they were saying, because in my formula, it's times square root of 2. But there's not a square root of 2 on the edge here, is there?
No.
So to figure out the sides, you would divide this by square root of 2. If there is no square root of 2, you have to divide by square root of 2. So on this problem, I'm going to say 12 divided by square root of 2. Now, you could do this in the calculator. You could do it in the calculator, it's fine. But I need to show you guys this math. You're going to need this math later on. So what is going to happen is you cannot have radicals in the denominator, so you have to rationalize this function. So to rationalize, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 1. But my 1's going to look funny. Yes?
Isn't there another number? Isn't it something times the square root of 2?
Yeah, that's
no,
what I'm
the
doing.
12 is.
Yeah, so it'd be whatever we have here. So it's whatever your hypotenuse is. And if there's no square root of 2 there, you divide by it. Now watch this. Square root of 2 over square root of 2. So what is square root of 2 divided by square root of 2? Nope, try again. What is 5 divided by 5?
1.
1.
But divided by.
Negative 5.
What is 10 divided by 10? 100 divided by 100.
100.
X divided by X.
10.
1.
Hey.
2x.
Just stop talking, please. Okay. If you have the same number on top and bottom, you get 1. Same number, top and bottom, you get 1. So this is going to be 1. It just looks funny. But that's what it's called. It's called rationalizing. So I'm going to multiply this right here. So it's going to give me 12 radical 2 over. Now, square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. But what is the square root of 4? 2, because that is a perfect square. So this would be over 2. Now, what can I do with my 12 and 2? I could divide those now, right?
Yeah.
Because they're no longer in the radicals. So I could say 12 divided by 2 is?
6.
So this is going to be 6 radical 2. So what is my other side going to be?
6.
Now, I want you to look carefully at this. Look carefully at my numbers, okay? I'm going to give you another one here in a moment. So, without doing the math, you're going to have to tell me the answers.
Crazy. Crazy. Can we write that too?
Do you want to start?
You can put it on the back. So, let's say this is going to be now, I want you guys to tell me what I'm going to get for the x value.
12 square root of 2.
Excellent.
Wow.
Did you see the pattern?
Yeah, just divide it by.
Okay, so now let's try another one.
Is it just gonna always
I
be
can't even
half?
see.
Oh.
3 square root
That's
2.
3 square root of 2.
So my y value comes out to be what?
3.
3 square root of 2.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Not too bad, right? Okay, good.
Wait, isn't that, so that's 6 right there, right?
Yeah, that's 6, and that's 3 squared root of 2.
Okay, so you just divide.
Why are you standing up?
Oh, Mr. Butcher, so you just divide it by 2.
By square root of 2. That's why there's still a square root left over.
Cause you can't do anything.
Okay, let's take a look here. Now, kind of running out of time here, so I need you guys paying attention. So this next one, 30, 60, 90s.
Oh.
Not as possible.
Nope. So, I could go through and do the math, but I think by doing the math, I actually confused you guys more. So, I'm going to tell you that this is going to be n. This is going to be 2n. And this is going to be n square root of 3.
I'm done. I'm done.
Just write it down.
I don't know.
Just write. Shh. Zip it. Just write.
I wanna go.
Guys, just write it down.
Yes.
Just write it down. Quit your whining. Just write it down. Did I explain the last one?
Yes.
Did you somewhat get the last one?
Yeah.
Were you saying the exact same thing when I started that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. So do me a favor. Shut up the whining. We're gonna do some math, and I'm gonna like educate you. You're gonna be like, bam, I got this.
Education.
Is this a YouTube video?
Yeah.
This is going to be.
Why are you mad though?
Oh.
Okay. Now, this always is gonna work out like this. Always gonna work out with this. Okay. This is the formula for this. This is n. So it's whatever my number is, right? This side over here, my hypotenuse, is going to be 2n. So that means it's going to be twice whatever my number is, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's it.
This side over here is going to be n times square root of 3. So it's whatever my n is times
Square root of 3.
square root of 3. Just like the other one had the square root of 2, right?
Wow.
That's 3.
But now this one in a 30, 60, 90, it's going to be 3. Now, I'm going to go through and actually go over this. You ready?
Yes.
So, let's take a look. There's my 60. Yes.
Why is it the square root of 3?
Do you want me to do the math on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can, but I don't have enough time. I could. It's a trigonometry problem.
Let's just go through.
It's a trick problem. If you want to know, I will go over it.
After.
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's 60 here, right?
Yeah.
What's this angle over here?
60. 30.
Okay. Now, if you notice, across from the 30 is my n, right?
Whoa.
Across from the 30. So opposite my 30
It's 2.
is the n, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to even label this one. Watch. So across the 30 is n, right?
Yes.
So this side over here would be
4.
4.
4 square root of.
because this one's going to be my 2n, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what'd you say my n was?
2.
And so this is going to be 2 times whatever my n is, right?
Yeah.
So
A is 2 to the square root of 3.
Wait, what? Oh.
4.
2 square root of 3 is because whatever my n is times the square root of 3.
Oh, I thought you made it n 2n.
Nope, that's only the hypotenuse.
Wait,
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold up.
that's 30.
30.
What's that one?
60.
So, across from 30 would be my
5.
5, and that is my,
N.
so I'm going to label that as my n, right? My hypotenuse y is going to be,
10.
because it's going to be 2 times my n, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
2n.
And my last side across from the 60 is going to be,
5 square root of 3.
I said it first.
you guys feeling pretty good about this now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this last one, okay? So, fill in my angle. This one over here. Ah, go over there. Go. I ain't done yet. Go. Go over there. No. No. Go. Go over there. Go over there. So, across over here is going to be 30.
7.
So, this side over here would represent my n, right? So, hey. You're like standing in front of people. Get over there.
I'm going, mister, I'm going.
You're going too slow.
Well,
All right. My b, what is my b going to be? 7 times square root of 3, right? Because that's across from the 60, isn't it?
Yeah. And then
C, my hypotenuse would be
14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah.
And wait, why'd you start with the B this time?
because I felt like it. Seeing if you're paying attention.
Not explain the B.
Okay. Woo. All right, you guys. So listen up. Again, practice. This one's going to be on 19. Hey, listen. Yes. Okay. This practice goes on 19. This goes with yesterday's notes.
It goes on 18.
18, I'm sorry. Don't forget, like, subscribe.
Turn on notifications.
Did you just say it? Goodbye.